Hey everybody, how you doing? Going to be doing something a little different today. I'm doing my first book review. I've been contemplating for a while on whether I wanted to do book reviews or not. I read a lot, and I don't know if that's a can of worms I wanted to dive into just because I read so much. But I read something recently, actually a few days ago, that I really enjoyed, and I wanted to talk about it, so here I am doing my first book review, and going to be talking about Gwendy's Button Box by Stephen King and Richard Chizmar. There's the front cover. There's the back. From Cemetery Dance Publications. I bought it on Amazon for about $16. And this is a short book. It's only about 160 something pages. And it's really not even that. When you factor in there's some pictures, there's some blank pages between chapters sometimes. So it's really not even that. I read it in about 2 hours. And yeah, I started reading it and I couldn't put it down. I just read the whole damn thing. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's Stephen King and Richard Chizmar. I'm sure you've all heard of Stephen King. Stephen King is my favorite author. I have everything he's ever done. I've read everything he's ever done. Most of it more than once. So, yeah, and Richard Chizmar, I'm not really sure who he is, but I read that, like, he's done some really good stuff that people enjoy, so I might check him out sometime. He's done collaborations before. He did The Talisman and Black House with Peter Straub, both of which I recommend. And for me, at least, I can kind of tell when Stephen King is writing in those books and when Peter Straub is writing in those books. This book, I couldn't tell the difference between the two authors writing. It flowed very seamlessly, and it was just a very enjoyable read. Going to give a little bit of a plot synopsis. Hopefully I don't spoil anything, but just in case, spoilers. There's a girl named Gwendy. She's about 12, 13. She is running up these stairs in this town, Castle Rock. Now, if you've read Stephen King, you've heard of Castle Rock. Castle Rock it's a big deal when it comes to the Stephen King universe, the Dead Zone, Cujo, The Body, Needful Things. The list goes on and on and on and on. Dark Half. I could go all day talking about Castle Rock books he's done. It takes place in the town of Castle Rock. There's these. It's in the early 70s. There's these stone stairs that this girl named Gwendy, who's a little bit overweight, she uses to try to lose weight. She runs up and down these stairs. They're outside, like in a park area, and she runs into this guy. This guy talks to her. This stranger who's sitting on a bench, wearing out like black and like a black hat, talks to her and tells her he's been watching her, which is kind of creepy, and tells her he wants to give her something. He gives her this button box, the box with like these colored buttons on it for different things. I don't want to give it away. And these little drawers in it that things come out of. But it has the box has these weird powers. I'm not going to get too much into it. Weird powers that throughout the duration of the book, Gwendy has to fight with her own conscience on whether to use the box to do certain things. And the book kind of goes over her life between the age of like 12, 13 to like, I think it's like her late 20s, around there. And it's just a really good read, a really fast read. It's just a typical Stephen King characters. He's so good at writing characters, and it draws me into every book he writes. And same with this one. Like I've said before to people, he might not be your favorite writer. You might not think he's the best writer in the world. He may not be the best writer in the world, even to me. But he's my favorite writer because of his characters and because nobody can tell a story like Stephen King. If you're like around the campfire, you don't want anyone telling you a story but Stephen King. No one can do it better. Horror, sci-fi, drama. He writes some crazy love stories in these books. He doesn't just do horror, as anyone who's read more than one book by him knows. But yeah, Gwendy's Button Box. It's a great read. And he doesn't do a lot of collaborations, but this is a really... when he does, they've been really good. And he's got another collaboration coming out later in the year with his son Owen called Sleeping Beauties that I'm looking forward to. So, yeah, that's Gwendy's Button Box. I recommend it. Pick it up. It's pretty cheap. You can read it in an afternoon, maybe even less, and it'll stick with you. It stuck with me. So, pick it up. And let me know if I should do... Let me know if you enjoyed this book review, if I should do more of these. Let me know if you like Stephen King, you hate Stephen King. I got a Facebook page. Like that if you want. Got a Twitter. Follow that if you want. I'll leave them in the description below. And I do plan on doing some more book reviews because I read like a demon. So, have a great day, everybody. Talk to you later.